I didn't realize my hair looked like this when I was like, oh, I'm gonna start this video. But it's fine because I'm gonna put my bonnet on anyway. No, that's not it. That won't do. It's 6 o'clock. I would leave my hair out, but I simply don't want to. Okay, well, we are gonna look like this for the rest of the video, and I hope that's okay. I literally just got home and I got a little Amazon package that I had ordered last week, and then I was working, so I never picked it up. But basically, I've seen a couple people do the TBR cards video. So I have a TBR jar. You can't see, but it's right over there. Right there, along with my raspberries and my November TBR, whatever. And yes, it is in fact still November 7th. And I already have my Christmas tree up. Don't argue with me. 'Tis the season. Anyway, so I ordered this pack of TBR cards and I got it on Amazon just because I was looking on Etsy and I had watched, like I said, a couple people do this video where TBR cards pick their next read. And I was looking on Etsy and they wouldn't ship in time. And by in time, I mean really quickly. So I just got like this pack on Amazon and I can use it in the meantime, and then if I love it, then I can get more, or I could just keep using the same one. Oh, that's so cute. It comes in a little tin, and that is adorable. Okay, I don't think I'll need a new one at all. But that is so cute. I could it could be decor on my bookshelves. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's put the scissors away. Let's put the skissers away. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm hoping that this will help me pick books off of my November TBR. But if I need to pick a new book, I will. You know. So far off my November TBR, I have read The Serpent and the Wings of Night, and I enjoyed that book. I gave it 4 stars. So yeah, and then I actually also read Six Scorched Roses, the novella after that, and that was also fun. Also gave it 4 stars. But yeah, so some of the prompts are something like read a book that takes place in a single day, blank, which I think blank is like free choice, I'm assuming. Read a book that involves a historical event. Read a book that you think will be a 5-star prediction, things like that. So we're gonna just shuffle these cards because they don't look super shuffled. I'm thinking I start with just one. I'm gonna pick one. If a book fits in my November TBR, we're gonna read that book for this video. If it doesn't fit in my November TBR, we're gonna find a book that does fit from my shelves. But either way, reading down my physical TBR. So let's see. I'm so excited because I decorated a little bit for Christmas. Like I decorated my bookshelves and put up my tree, and that's all the decorating I've done. So I am waiting until a little bit later before I decorate the rest of my apartment. I'm not crazy. But I'm in this room a lot because this is my office, clearly. And I needed a space that was nice and chill. Also, I unhauled some books. I am gonna go through my shelves and probably unhaul a few more. I don't think I will film that part, but I don't know. I want to be lighter. I want that when I go to pick out books or I have things like the TBR jar or the TBR cards, I want to be able to just be excited to read any and all of them. For example, I have all the Bridgerton books. Well, probably not all, actually. Let's be real. But I have 9 Bridgerton books. And if I'm being completely honest with myself, I am never going to read them. I haven't watched the TV show. I probably won't. And it's just why am I keeping them then? I don't know. But it's kind of fun to collect them. It's kind of fun to be on the hunt for them. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, besides the point. Okay, we have shuffled. I'm going to just split it in half. And then we're going with the one that was at the bottom. Okay, you see it first. I can't see. Okay, what does that say? Read a book which is a fake relationship trope. Ooh, okay. So my goodness. Okay, these are the remaining 4 books on my November TBR. So let's see. Tenley, I don't think this is the fake relationship trope. Ooh, I don't think Only for the Weak is a fake relationship. It's just friends. It's friends with Ben. Hold on. Let's just Google, shall we? It might take a second, so let me Google. Okay. Only for the Weak is destination wedding setting, secret fling, friends to lovers, / elements of enemies to lovers. So not that one. Okay. Wild at Heart is not fake relationship. Let's see. Kyland. Small Town Friends to Lovers. And then let's do Butcher and Blackbird. Friends to Lovers. Okay, so none of my November TBR is a fake dating trope. However, there's a couple of books that I've kind of wanted to read. Ooh, Marriage of Convenience. Is that a fake dating? Not quite fake dating. So no. Let's see. I will be back with when I figure out what book I need to read. Okay, it's literally been too damn long and I can't find a book with a fake relationship trope that I want to read right now. So let's pick a different one. And I'm giving myself 3 chances. And if the next one isn't like a quick, then we'll pick one more. Okay, sorry. I looked. So I'm going to split it in half. And I want this one that I'm holding right now. Okay, you see it first. What does it say? Ooh, a book you think will be a 5-star prediction. Wait. Okay. Hold on. My November TBR, I don't know. Only for the Week, I feel like will be a 5-star prediction, but I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I think I gave The Neighbor Favor either a 4 or 4.5. So I feel like the partner plot might be up there, but I don't know if it'll be 5. Butcher and Blackbird, I haven't really read too much dark romance, so I don't think that'll be 5. This will probably be sad, so I don't think it'll be 5. Only for the Week, again, I feel like I'll love it, but I don't know if it'll be 5. Okay, The Simple Wild was a 5-star, so Wild at Heart could be a 5-star, but I already know, I know that this is like hardships in their relationship, basically, and I don't know if I'm gonna enjoy that. So I don't know if I'm gonna want that. I don't know if I'm gonna give that a 5-star. Oh my goodness, I don't know. I also like to go into books blind, pretty much. Ooh, okay. I read book 1 of Legendborn, so maybe I read book 2. Legendborn was a 5-star, so I have a feeling Bloodmarked will also be a 5-star. Maybe. The Cruel Prince, I feel like will be a 5-star read. Maybe. Ugh. Okay, I think we're gonna do Bloodmarked, which is book 2. Okay, I figured I should grab it instead of just yapping about it. But I'm going to start Bloodmarked, which is book 2 in the Legendborn cycle, the Legendborn trilogy. And Tracy Deonn, I am obsessed with your writing. So I think at the end, there's a snippet. Yep, sneak peek to Oathbound. But I want to see how many pages there are. Ooh, an exclusive short story. Okay, there's 561 pages in this book. So it's a pretty long book. So it's gonna take me a few days. I'm anticipating. We are going to start Bloodmarked, which is book 2 in the Legendborn cycle. So I am going to actually grab some snacks and then we'll start the book because I'm also very warm. So I'm going to turn my fan on, but I also like to listen to music when I read. So I'm probably going to put my headphones on so I can listen to music or just ambiance. The fan is great ambiance, but not the one that I want. So for a book that I think will be a 5-star prediction, we're gonna go with Bloodmarked. And let's roll with the book. Let's start. It is extremely dark in here, but I have my fan going because It's hot. Let me see if I can turn the light on. Hold, please. Ooh, did you see that? Hold on. Let me turn the light on. Anyway, I'm fine. Everything's fine. But I am on I just finished chapter 16. I'm just about to start chapter 17. And the fact that this is a fantasy book, like, I was scared for a second because I was like, what is that? It's my tripod. Anyway, the fact that this is a fantasy book, but like urban fantasy, it's set in the real world, but magic and stuff. We are in 2025, right? We're in 2025. This book was written in 2022. And obviously I knew that this book had like themes of racism and things because she's a black woman in a very white society, if you would. But we just went through, I'm not going to give any spoilers, right? Clearly. But we just went through the scene where she's standing up to a group of people. They're like, we're only doing this because this has never been done before. And she's like, no, you're doing this because I don't look like you. I don't look like what you expect. Like, I don't look like who you expect a person in my position should be, because she's a black woman. She's a 17-year-old, 16-year-old, however old she is, black woman. And they're like, no, you can't bring race into this. And I'm like, bitch, everything's because of race. Everything. Like, you know that she's in the position she is because one of her ancestors was raped. And that breaks my heart. So yeah, I read that and I was like, well, I finished the chapter and I was like, okay, well, I need to pause for a second because this book is so good. I'm so glad I picked this. 5-star prediction for sure. I am 172 pages in and I think this book is going to be a 5-star. I 100% think this book is going to be a 5-star read. It is late and it is dark outside, but I have nothing going on tomorrow. So if I can stay up all night to finish this book, I'd be down to stay up all night to finish this book. So yeah. I will say though, I'm reading this right now. So I just read The Serpents and the Wings of Night, as well as 6 Scorched Roses, and that world was so different than this. And this is how I think earlier this year I went through a phase where I read, I guess it wasn't a phase because I'm still in it, but I read a ton of fantasy and a ton of fantasy series. And the reasons why I loved each of the series is because their worlds were very, very different, right? Like the An Ember in the Ashes world was so different than Children of Blood and Bone, which was so different than like Daughter of No Worlds, The War of Lost Hearts. And that was so different from like the Spark of the Everflame, Kindred's Curse worlds. Does that make sense? Like, these were very, very distinct worlds, and like obviously there's themes, right, with magic and whatever, but like the universes felt very, very different to me. Like the Shatter Me series is my favorite series ever, but I think this is probably getting up there to like a close second. And then An Ember in the Ashes is solidly, because I finished all 4 books, it's solidly like I want to say in 3rd place, because before I was like, I think it's 2nd place, but no, after reading Legendborn, I was like, nah, I think I like Legendborn a little bit more than An Ember in the Ashes. Either way, the moral of the story is I am enjoying so many books and so many fantasy series written by Black authors, and that's all I have to say. That is all I have to say on that, because I'm obsessed. The moral of the story, the reason why I brought this up is because earlier in the year I also read Quicksilver, and I know people are obsessed with that book, and I think I gave it a 4-star because it was a solid book. Don't get me wrong. It was very entertaining, very solid. I read it. I enjoyed the story. However, it did indeed feel like copy and paste. It did feel like another fantasy story that I've already read, So when I am reading stories like Legendborn and Bloodmarked and like this universe, like this is a take on King Arthur, right? This is an urban fantasy. And I think this is why I'm not going to talk about Sarah J. Maas for too long, but I think this is why of her series, Crescent City is my favorite, because it's the real world with magical elements added to it. And that is not a new concept. Do not get me wrong. That's not a new concept. But like Quicksilver, for example, just felt like I just like opened up a fantasy book, one of like 50, and then they had different characters. Same story, different font, And like, again, that's not saying it's not entertaining, because like all the sports romances are the same shit. All the hockey romances, the same thing. They're still entertaining. It's just I regurgitated, you know? So I don't know. I feel like just stories to me that like reach top level or god tier levels or whatever, like Shatter Me, to me, one, it's very nostalgic because I read it when I was younger. It was one of like the big fantasy series that I read when I was younger, and I was obsessed with it. I don't know why I'm talking about Shatter Me in a reading vlog about this book right now. But the moral of the story is that's why I enjoy Shatter Me, and it will, I think, forever be my favorite series, my favorite fantasy series. But like what I'm saying about this book, and this is why I think it's going to be a 5-star prediction, is like the universe, like this world is so different than other. Well, no, it's not. This is the real world. Like she's in a real school with real humans, you know, whatever. But like the magic system is so different. The way it's approached is so different. Number one, she's a black woman who is the female main character. I'm just going to leave it at that because there is not enough books with a black woman who's the female main character. There's just a handful of them. So when I read them, I genuinely am like, this is different, because even I genuinely enjoyed the Kindred's Curse series, but like same old, you know? Like I love Divine Rivals and Ruthless Vows, but like, you know, I love Powerless. I love Red Queen. I am like obsessed with these books. I love the Daughter of No Worlds trilogy. Do you know what I mean? Like I Rebel Witch and Heartless Hunter. I love these stories so much, but same old. So the reason I have been yapping for so long is I just finished chapter 16, and she basically called out this group of people. Like, the only reason why you have a problem with me being here is because I am a black woman. And that hits extremely close to home in 2025, in November 2025. Because, like, yeah, the new mayor of New York, first of all, he is gorgeous. Are you kidding me? Mamdani? He said, say my name. Mamdani. Say my name. Ah! Donald Trump, turn up the volume. I am obsessed. Sorry. Anyway, I'm gonna continue Bloodmarked. I was eating a snack. Oh, it's on the floor. And I was also eating my almonds. So I'm gonna continue now. Because, yep, and the fan is going, so I apologize if there's just been a background here, but let's put my headphones back on and let's get back into reading. I'm so excited. Okay, it's the next day. I was so tired yesterday. I fell asleep, but I got to chapter 28. So I was about to start chapter 29, and I am not sure what is going on with Cell and Bree, but I feel like something's going on there. But she and Cell are getting a little bit closer, I think. But yeah, I don't remember what else happened because I was so tired. I'll be honest with you. I was reading this and I was so tired and almost falling asleep. But yeah, I'm going to continue this today. I have assignments to do. So I just came from my nephew's birthday party. Happy birthday, Avery. And yeah, I have some assignments to do. So I think I'm going to work on those first, and then I will return to this later. I also have to do laundry, so my hope is I can put my laundry in the wash, start on my assignments, put them in the dryer, continue my assignments until I'm done with laundry, and then maybe see where I'm at the time, and then I can continue, because I am having a great time with this book. But I want to finish it. I ideally want to finish it tonight. I'm not quite halfway there yet, but it'll depend on how much, like how quickly I can do my assignment. It's a pretty big project and it's due tomorrow, so I need to get it done today. But if I can get it done, then I can get back to reading. But yeah, no, I'm having a great time for sure. I think 5-star prediction is correct. I for sure think that this will be 5 stars or higher, just based on how it's going and based on like the topics and the emotions that I've been feeling. And just like, she is very sneaky, she is very smart, and yeah, I'm really excited. I'm excited to see how this ends. And then, so I only have Legendborn and Bloodmarked, so I'm waitlisted on Libby to get Oathbound. So we'll see. Once I'm done with this, maybe that'll be available and then I can go from there. But yeah, this book is really going well so far. So let's get to doing my homework, and then I will come back when it is time for me to continue Bloodmarked. But I'm so excited. So far, it's going really well. I've only tabbed a couple spots, but so far it's going really well. And yeah, I'll be back when I have more to say. Why in the world do I keep reading books that end in these major cliffhangers and I don't have the next one with me? What? So yes, definitely 5-star prediction. This is a 5-star read. I don't even have words. Bree, I don't even have words. I don't remember how many days it's been, but I finally finished this. It took me a while because I had class and then I worked for a bunch of days in a row, and then yeah. Anyway, but yeah. No, 5-star prediction, definitely a 5-star read. I only tabbed a couple spots in the book, but yeah. I'm on the wait list for Oathbound on audio, so hopefully that becomes available soon, because yeah. Obviously, she's a lot more powerful than we even imagine, right? But the way it just like keeps unfolding, I'm speechless. Yeah, I'm hoping I can get to Oathbound before 2025 is over, because I don't think I can wait till 2026. I don't think I can wait. Anyway, yeah, I meant to check in some more, and well, here we are. But yeah, one last thing, because I feel like this is exciting. This just reminded me of the scene in Twilight where he starts stripping and Charlie is like, Jake, what are you doing? Jake, put your clothes back on. Anyway, I'm not stripping. But guess who got, this is so, you can't even see what I'm showing you. Let me turn the light on. Okay, you see it? Me being upside down. Literally, hold on. There are better ways to do this. Okay, here we go. Yep, isn't she cute? It's upside down technically. Is that better? Ah, there we go. Yeah. Isn't she cute? I decided I needed to get a tattoo before I turned 30. So I got a tattoo at 29 before I turned 30. I'm almost 30, so yeah. Anyway, but yeah, I'm so excited. I'm so glad I got it. It doesn't hurt anymore. It didn't hurt. Okay, correction. I was expecting it to be like sharp pain. It wasn't that. It wasn't sharp pain at all. However, it did hurt. The first 5 minutes weren't bad, but the last 5 minutes were really bad. And then it just like hurt all day yesterday. So yeah, I'm glad it doesn't hurt anymore, but I'm wearing long sleeves just so I don't pick at it, because when I feel like something's on my arm, I start picking at it. But yeah. Anyway, that's a nice little way to end this vlog. But yeah, I'm so excited. Okay. But yeah, 5 out of 5. 5 out of 5. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next video, whatever that is. So